Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest set for one fall. Introducing team number one first, from Hell's Kitchen in New York City, Bully Ray!
Tomorrow night at Victory Road, Bully Ray will have to face PCO in an anything goes match, and that is why Bully Ray is looking all around the Rebel here in Toronto. He's gonna have to deal with PCO in the ring here in moments.
His tag team partner from Rutherford, New Jersey, Steve Maclin!
But he's gonna have a hell of a backup here in the returning Steve Maclin, the former Impact World Champion, and a man with a chip on his shoulder the size of Toronto.
The last time he was in this building, we saw the changing of the guard ceremony. Steve Maclin's biggest win, capturing the Impact World title, happened right here in Toronto at Rebellion back in April. He's set for his first match in over 2 months.
Your opponents first, from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander!
And also tonight marks the first time ever that Josh Alexander and Steve Maclin will compete against each other in any sort of matchup. Tomorrow night, live at Victory Road, the match over a year in the making is finally gonna happen for the first time ever. Alexander versus Maclin.
His opponent from Dead Body Island in Quebec, Canada, PCO!
Can you imagine what PCO will do to Bully Ray tomorrow night in an anything goes match at Victory Road?
And Bully has done everything he can to deal with PCO. He tried to trick him by lying to him about his whereabouts, tried to put him through the table, tried to light him on fire, even trying to appeal to the humanity, if there ever was any, inside PCO. None of it has worked, Tom. PCO has continued to haunt him like a ghost everywhere he goes.
Bully Ray won't even step inside the ring. He's out by the timekeeper's table. Meanwhile, in the ring, it's Josh Alexander and Steve Maclin to start off this main event tag team match. A match we were expecting to see happen right here at the Rebel in Toronto back in April at Rebellion. Remember, Maclin had become the #1 contender to then Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. Circumstances changed. Josh Alexander suffered a torn triceps, going for the ankle lock here early. And speaking of the torn triceps, keep an eye on the left arm. The torn left triceps of Josh Alexander, surgically repaired. It appeared to be re-aggravated at emergence.
And that scuffle he had with Maclin after Maclin showed up during that 8-man tag team match. Meanwhile, Bully Ray has tagged in here, and Alexander motioning over to PCO. Bully Ray wants no part of it.
And a tag made PCO in to meet Bully Ray.
Well, will he step toe-to-toe with him? That's the question.
Tag made, and I am having horrific flashbacks to the match at Under Siege earlier this summer. I called it Hell on Earth. One of the bloodiest affairs in the history of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I still have less than fond memories of that night. But I was gonna say, Bully Ray, you can say what you want about him tagging out, but hot damn, Maclin's good backup.
Right now, PCO and Alexander in control against Bully Ray and Steve Maclin in our main event. Oh, Oh, we are back here on Impact Wrestling on Access TV, episode 999. Steve Maclin and Bully Ray against Josh Alexander and PCO.
Whoa! And Maclin and Alexander finally getting a chance to get a taste of one another here in this tag team match, but it'll be one-on-one tomorrow night at Victory Road. But the ultimate irony, if it is that it's not under the circumstances either one of these guys wanted. They both wanted that World Championship match between the two of them back at Rebellion.
Oh, Josh Alexander holds the record for the longest Impact World title reign in history. Cover there on Maclin. Maclin had been scouting and targeting Josh Alexander for the better part of a year, priming himself, getting ready to dethrone Alexander. The match never occurred because of the injuries sustained by Josh Alexander. Maclin, in Alexander's absence, captured the championship in a battle against Kushida at Rebellion.
And for Maclin, tomorrow night, there may not be any championships on the line, but it's hard to argue with the fact if he can get a win over Josh Alexander, what that would do for the psyche of Maclin, knowing, because we all know, there's no denying it, that Alexander's the best of the best, but PCO dead set himself on Bully Ray.
Oh, he wanted to get his hands on Bully Ray. Bully retreated. That opened the door for Maclin. Bully's saying to Maclin, stay on him. Remember, Steve Maclin was directing some of the traffic that night when Bully Ray had set PCO on fire. It was Macklin's idea to pour battery acid down PCO's throat.
Yeah, we know the lengths, the limits, or rather the lack of limits that Maclin has when it comes to punishing anybody who crosses him.
Tomorrow night, Victory Road will be live in the shadows of New York City. This Saturday, it's our 1000th episode of Impact Wrestling, featuring a star-studded fan celebration during the day in White Plains, New York. And you'll see it all next week on Access TV. The return of Team 3D. Bully Ray and Devon will be together and in action for the first time in 7 years.
And I don't mean to step on that, but let's not forget, if Bully Ray can survive, anything goes tomorrow at Victory Road.
We might get Reverend Devon again.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, going for the torn tricep, going for the surgically repaired triceps, the left arm of Alexander.
Yeah, we saw in the scuffle with Maclin at Emergence. Maclin tied the arm of Josh Alexander up in the scaffolding at the top of the ramp here in the Rebel Entertainment Complex.
And now Bully Ray gets his licks in here against Josh Alexander. What a war these two had at Hard to Kill back in January. Full Metal Mayhem lived up to its name in an Impact World title defense for Alexander. He made Bully Ray tap out that night.
Also a rare feat against the former world champion, Bully Ray. As Alexander here now taking it to Bully.
The drop kick puts Bully Ray on his back. And the two-time Impact World Champion now goes to work.
And the thing about Josh Alexander, though, Tom, we know that his emotions get the best of him sometimes. He can fly off the handle, let that take over. I asked Josh Alexander how he was doing, how the arm was doing. Of course, he told me it was fine, but I have to wonder, that's that athlete's mentality. What is he gutting through here as he's getting this punishment from Bully Ray?
Hold up on the shoulders. Bully Ray over the top rope out to the apron. Oh, Alexander using the top rope, and Bully goes down.
And I'd be remiss to say Bully's also...
Oh, and Maclin catches Alexander on the move. And look here at Alexander. He is grabbing at his left arm, the surgically repaired left triceps. Got to keep an eye on that. The tag made. Maclin is legal against Alexander. And Maclin taking these precious seconds to get any sort of advantage he can grab before Victory Road tomorrow night.
Yeah, if he can break down the former world...
Cover here in a kick out.
The former world champion in Josh Alexander. Whether it's things like the break in the back of Josh Alexander. We know there's that surgically repaired neck we've referenced before, in addition to his most recent injury to that left arm.
And Maclin, aware of all that, a year of scouting, reconnaissance, and a kick out there by Alexander.
Maclin is nothing if not tactical in everything he does.
Battle tested last year in the main event of Victory Road. He withstood Callahan and Moose in barbed wire massacre.
But Alexander coming back with a lot to prove, wants to overcome, did not want to return to an Impact Wrestling ring with a loss like happened at Emergence. Alexander looking for retribution of his own.
And Maclin holding on to the surgically repaired left arm. Oh, and a backbreaker. Tucks the arm, hooks the leg, kick out by Alexander. And now look at Maclin, methodically rolling Alexander to his corner.
Closing the distance, keeping everything cut off from PCO.
And now Bully Ray with a clothesline. Well, once again, winds up and levels the standard of Impact Wrestling.
Of course, it goes without saying, if you've been paying attention, folks, Bully Ray has only tagged into this match when Josh Alexander was in the ring, and specifically when Josh Alexander was at a disadvantage, avoiding PCO at all costs. But wait!
Oh, and the German suplex by Alexander.
Could that be enough for Alexander to break through and tag the French-Canadian Frankenstein?
PCO gets Bully Ray tomorrow night at Victory Road in an anything goes match. And now Alexander makes the tag. PCO wanted Bully. Bully tagged out to Maclin.
Immediately, Bully Ray saw that tag and got out of dodge.
PCO explodes out of the corner and levels Maclin.
Look out, look out. Oh!
DDT by PCO.
Maclin on the back foot here. Bully Ray, I'm hesitant to try to help his tag team partner here, wants no part of PCO. Down goes Alexander.
Maclin takes a shot at Alexander, a cheap shot there, while Alexander was on the apron.
Maclin clearly focused on the walking weapon ahead of tomorrow night, but look out. Oh, God!
Lung blower by Perfect Creation 1. Maclin down on the canvas. PCO from the second rope and the leg drop to the neck.
That sends Maclin rolling for the hills here. That's no issue for PCO.
Now PCO, takes out Maclin. Bully Ray ran away from the incoming PCO.
And look at the eyes of Perfect Creation 1 locked once again on Bully Ray. And boy, again, trying to reason with PCO.
Good luck.
It's like trying to argue with a brick wall. You're not going to get too far.
Bully's trying to get through to the man, Pierre Carl Ouellet. But the monster's not listening.
That man's not home. He's not there anymore.
Whoa, the referee avoiding the contact. And a low blow. Maclin created the distraction. Bully Ray gets the low blow. The ref doesn't see it. Bully pinned PCO.
Here are your winners, Steve Maclin and Bully Ray.
Well, like it or not, Tom, that's all legal tomorrow night at Victory Road for Bully Ray and PCO. It's anything goes.
And for Steve Maclin and Josh Alexander, they go one-on-one for the first time ever. A match over a year in the making. Join us tomorrow night in the shadows of New York City, live for Victory Road.